Well, the reason I'm here today is because I've accumulated a lot of injuries throughout about 10 years. The original and I think the worst injury was when I was about 10 years ago. I was jumping into piles of snow during a winter blizzard because I was very excited about the snow. And one of the piles of snow happened to have an umbrella pole right in the center of it. So when I jumped onto the pile, it impacted my left hip, and it was like a massive impact. I rolled off and ended up on the ground. Nothing broke, but
that gotta hurt.
Yeah, like I couldn't walk properly for a long time, and nothing broke, nothing was addressed. But I know, like while I had that pain, I was like something was off, and I never got that addressed. And I feel like that has led to a lot of other things being off. Like I've accumulated more and more things happening. Like so when I was practicing Jiu Jitsu, I was attempting to do a forward roll, and instead of rolling over my shoulder, I dove with my left shoulder directly into the ground, and that separated the AC joint, which is what I was told. Nothing was addressed, no treatment other than painkillers, but I've always had something off about it. Like there's always been it was harder to use than it should have been to use. And eventually I got used to it, but it always felt like something was wrong. Also in Jiu-Jitsu class, I was doing a technique where my elbow was hyperextended. I heard a crack, massive pain, swelling, nothing broke, but and I just went on my normal business, but I've always felt something, like a little thing was off, another accumulation. And then recently, about 4 years ago, I was deadlifting, and I wasn't using proper technique. I was doing a mixed strip, not popular technique, and I was doing a max effort. And maybe when I got to my knees, I heard a snap, and collapsed to the ground, dropped the weight, and this shooting pain up and down my left leg up to my lower back. Eventually, I got up, I walked it off. Nothing was broken, but I developed a sciatica type pain, exact sciatica symptoms. That's the pain I had, straight down my leg, numbness going up to my foot. I couldn't feel some toes, and then maybe I don't know how far after that, but pretty soon afterwards I did the same exact thing to my left leg. Same sciatica pain, same snap, same clapping to the ground, and then walking it off. So nothing's ever broken, but massive injuries that just I healed, but I feel like they've always not healed correctly.
Gotcha.
So the biggest thing is the hip, the shoulder, the elbow, the knee, the foot, and then back issues. Like I said, I feel a bump in my sternum. I feel this side's sticking out and this side's not sticking out, and I feel twisted. I could see things on me that are just not where they should be.
Gotcha. Anything else?
And all of those things, they're not traumatic things. I could live a normal life, but they're just it's baggage. There's all these baggage, all this stress on my body. I just feel high energy, low energy, and it's accumulated, and I'm just sick and tired of it. I just want
Gotcha.
someone to help me get rid of
Okay. I also want to clarify to the viewers, when you landed on a pole, it did not cause any skin puncture, nothing like that?
No skin puncture. There was good swelling, but it wasn't there's no discoloration. It was just swelling, massive pain. I couldn't walk for many hours, but no puncture at all.
So in other words, not qualified for emergency room, nothing like that?
No break.
Okay. Nothing fractured bones, nothing of that sort. All right, so let's get the ball rolling. You have several structural abnormalities going on. So in regards to that fundamental activity you have with the left hip, okay, it knocked this out, transmitted the force to the sacral foundation. That's what this triangle-shaped bone is over here. So why we consider this foundation? Because all your structures above it rest on that one bone alone. Okay. So we want to make sure this fellow is nice and leveled. Okay. So over here, biomechanical measurement, it's a 5 millimeter misalignment. Okay. 0 to 1 millimeters, I don't care. 2, possible issue. 3 is a problem, and above. Okay. So this is knocked out by 5 millimeters. So this fellow over here, meaning and not that this way. So that's why you see all the bones as well, everything has rotated all towards the right. And it kept on going and curving out towards this way. This is the right side. See? So all this rotations start from there. Okay. So this is the one we need to correct, without a doubt, that sacrum over there. In addition to, you have several compensating components that's turned into a problem. There's 12th dorsal, the 7th, and the 2nd dorsal. Okay. So in regards to why that left shoulder doesn't feel great, okay, this is all just accumulation. Just like as the saying goes, the final straw broke the camel's back over here, right? So number 2 and number 7. Both this one over here especially deals with your shoulder blade, okay? That left shoulder of yours. It also has nerve innervation to your thyroid. Okay, so this is also part of the explanation. I know we didn't discuss about this before on the video, but we did discuss it during the consultation. We were discussing about how your energy level is funky. Okay, sometimes you feel very active, and sometimes you're like you just want to pass out and sleep. So issues with the thyroid. Okay, it's a possible explanation. So we're going to take a closer look, see if that warrants correction. 7th dorsal over here, also nerve innervation to the muscles, to your shoulder blade. We need to take a closer look at it, see if it wants correction as well. Here's the deal what's going on in terms of your left knee. Okay, so this is with that deadlift injury. Now we have 2 bones in our leg. It's supposed to be tibia and fibula. Okay. I want to see a space between them. However, because this bone over here is so severely rotated inwards, there's no joint space here. Nothing. This bone is overlapped all the way inside. Okay. In addition to, I want to see these 2 bones lined up. This one's over here, whereas this one is all over here. See the difference? This bone has slipped completely this way. So the deal is this. Okay. This was misaligned and also shifted outwards. So we're going to correct this fella, realign it back inwards, and also take all this rotation out of it. Right? So that's the story with your knee. Due to this increased joint space right over here and the one in the back, is this ulnar bone. This is the one that misaligned backwards. This is the one we need to correct on you. Okay? On your left foot is this navicular bone right over here. It went superiorwards. Ideally, what I want to see is everything in a proper straight line, right along with the talus. Okay? However, the talus is sunken downwards, and everything else has went upwards. It's all because of this navicular over here. In addition to, we see increased joint space over here. So this is the one we need to correct on. Do you feel this part over here? Decently smooth. Do you feel all this fluid over here?
Yeah.
There's a lot more on the left side versus the right. Now we're going to check your foundation. Your left hip, okay, even though you banged it up, it's actually moving fine. Moves forward and backwards without a problem. But this sacrum over here, feel that difference over there? Doesn't move on the left side whatsoever. Moves perfectly fine on the right. Feel that difference? Moves fine, stuck. Tendon right there?
Yes.
Yeah, that's just 7th right there. There it is. A little more. Just relax this over here. Just relax a little more. What do you notice is different right now?
I was having trouble standing on my left leg, and now I don't have trouble standing on my left leg. It's very strange.
Any particular motion you have trouble doing with that left shoulder right now?
It's loose. It's like there is that just like that like background pain, like not pain but like pinching, and now it's not there. It's just not there.
Okay.
And like I don't feel the need to like lean onto this leg. I feel like I still feel a little like not pain, but I feel like something off on like down there by my foot. But I don't feel a need to go like this. Like I could feel I could just like stand like this.
There it is.
Oh,
Good. So, fill me in.
it feels good. Like
What's different right now?
I feel like there's like a lot of blood flowing to my head. If that makes sense, like to the left side of my face.
Mhm.
Like I just feel like there's more like blood, literally more blood to just do things just normally. I just feel like calmer, like more like balanced and like straighter. Like,
How's the left shoulder now?
left shoulder feels good.
Good.
No issue with the left shoulder.
Feel that tenderness right there? Okay. So basically what he got going on right now is the proximal lateral ulnar joint space right here, from the humerus to the to his ulnar right over here. There's quite a bit of swelling. It's hard to see right now because it's chronic. It's been there for quite some time. How long was that ago? 4 years ago, you said?
No, that was like 2002, maybe.
Okay, so it's a really old injury. Okay. Now, if we press into it and we dig in a little hard enough, that's tender, right? So this is the one we need to correct on. Yep. Feel that over there? Okay, so we're gonna correct that. Right now, we're gonna pump it up, prime up the joint. Let it go. A little more.
It's subtle because I think I've been very used to it, but it's like my pinky, like just this side of my arm is a little more sensitive than it was before.
Good. Just a little more.
Like before you made that motion, there was a slight pain, and then when you did that, there was more pain, and now there's no pain. Now it's like, now that little bit of background pain is gone, and now my feet are straight. It feels good. It feels really good. Oh, there we go. I was having trouble doing this motion on this side, and now it's like, it's closer, it's a lot closer. Actually, it's actually there. Okay.
So what you do is ice it up immediately when you get home, 20 minutes every 2 hours. Put this fella in an ice bucket, okay? Because even though you may not feel it now, it's gonna flare up. Okay. And also, it may be uncomfortable while you sleep tonight. Okay. Right? So don't be surprised about it. Anything else?
No. Feels good. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Appreciate it, Doctor.
All right.
Thank you. Stability throughout my entire life is just easier to maintain. Whenever I have like added energy into my life, I no longer feel the urge to go like, it's not a burden. It's not something that it's difficult to deal with. I don't feel tired either. I just feel like a general okayness. It's really useful like to have a second leg to do things, like just very like simple things where normally I'd have to like go out of my way or do some awkward movement. It's just nice to have like I can just put my foot out and just use my foot and just a lot less stress and no tension, like things that I would think twice about doing, like they'd be like, oh should I not do this now? It's just like, why not? Like there's a lot of ease. No pain whatsoever. There's no like residual pain at all. I still feel like a little bit like I still feel like the left side of my body's like I'm growing into it, like I'm accessing new ability. So it's like, oh, it works great, and then there's another level that I have room to improve. So it's going well. I still feel like there's like I still feel things, but it's all in the positive direction.